back to the Varkha Chulani channel. I hope all of you watching are safe and well. I'm a tad annoyed. Annoyed at the literal interpretations that are being made, and snap judgments and opinions are being formed, even when people don't know enough about what they're commenting on. But I guess that's human nature, right? Moralizing, condemning, judging, and not really pausing and objectively assessing contexts and contents in certain experiences on which they make such hasty and quick decisions, opinions, and judgments. David Hume was very correct when he said, reason is and will always be a slave of passions. And in this passion, activism is on the rise. Social justice activism. It's great to be an activist, but in this intellectual landscape, there seem to be a creeping in of cognitive biases. And it's about one of the cognitive biases that I want to talk about today. Confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a cognitive reasoning where one looks for things which may not necessarily exist. Because of preconceptions, preconceived notions, a person sifts through what is being said and takes it sometimes out of context. He does not see or she does not see variables that play a part in certain narratives and actually fits ideas according to his or her own preconceived ideas. Let me exemplify. A man compliments a woman for wearing a pretty dress at a party. The woman misinterprets that comment to mean an unwarranted advance. She does not take it as a regular icebreaker, so to speak, to be able to form a kind of a discussion between her and the man. This woman has been a crusader for the Me Too movement. We have to be aware that maybe she comes with a preconceived notion and a preconceived bias about comments and how men unfortunately respond to women. We have to be very aware that when we form our opinions and judgments, we have to be objective and not necessarily carry our biases into experiences which may not be meant in the way they want to be stated or said. Let me again exemplify the idea of toxic masculinity. There has been a taboo around men crying. Many people who subscribe to the idea of toxic masculinity usually are for men crying, believing that if men don't cry and emote and express emotion, they are likely to be suicidal, homicidal, and even sometimes tilt towards domestic abuse. Now, these are preconceived notions and biases. Just because a man doesn't cry, it may only show emotional restraint and not necessarily any emotional toxicity. Now, can you see how confirmation bias is fitting in to both these examples of the woman interpreting a comment, you're wearing a pretty dress, and a man who refuses to cry being judged as toxic? And they're all coming because this social justice activism may be going too far. I'm not against social justice activism at all, but it seems to be leaning towards social justice dogma, where every time there is some sense of oppression, people are being actually given ultimatums to call it out and to underscore it in terms of educate the other. So there is a tendency for people to literally become like predators. They are listening for slights. They are taking offense to any comment and blowing it out of context and proportion. They're not looking at the variables, at the context, at the experience and the intent with which some comments may be being made. This social justice dogma is usually letting people fall to confirmation bias. And it is this that you and me need to watch out for. Where previously people were enjoying and talking about things, believing and doing certain things, today everything seems to be under the scanner and is being noted in a social justice oppressive way. And everything is being weighed down by emotional concrete. The confirmation bias is playing a very, very significant role in social justice movements. And we need to be aware that when we form our opinions, we make decisions, we have to take them in context, in experiences which do not necessarily have to always fit our preconceived narratives. Thank you for watching the Varka Cholani channel. If you like what you see, please do hit the like button. Please do share my video. And more importantly, continue to stay safe and to stay well. Till next week, it's goodbye and thank you.